In the midst of all the drama, inconsistencies, and unseriousness of this Warriors season, there's been very few positives. But Kuminga's progression is definitely one of the few bright spots of this regular season from hell for the Warriors. After a slow start to the season, Kuminga gradually started earning Kerr's trust. It's hard to imagine now because he's playing so well, but Kuminga was catching DNPs earlier in the season. Considering how essential he is to the team right now, that's crazy to think about. With Wiggins and GP2 out and Draymond and Looney eating up most of the front court minutes, the Warriors are pretty much outclassed athletically most nights. But with Kuminga's minutes on a steady rise over the past few months, he's been able to mask a glaring lack of athleticism to an extent. But outside of Kuminga, Wiggins and GP2 are the two best athletes and perimeter defenders on the team. Getting those two back will fortify this Warriors defense that's solid at home but atrocious on the road. With that being said, the Warriors have won their last two road games, including a must-win game against the Mavericks. After struggling all year on the road, these last two were games the Warriors had to have. And Kuminga responded, averaging 19.5 points on 80, 60, 100 shooting splits. Yeah, you heard that right. He's been insanely efficient, in addition to the elite point of attack defense on the other end. In the game against the Mavericks, you could tell Luka was getting frustrated by Kuminga picking him up full court and playing with physicality. Here's Luka's stats while guarded by Kuminga this game. 2 for 7 from the field, 0 for 2 on threes, and 2 turnovers. Now we see why Luka was frustrated, because JK had that man in shackles. Luka's size and strength combined with his craftiness and touch makes him one of the hardest covers in the league. But Kuminga's shown over the last 2 years, even dating back to his rookie year, that he can hold his own in that matchup. In order for you to have a chance guarding Luka, you need a wing defender that's big and strong enough to not get bullied and pushed off his spot. Enough length and athleticism to recover and contest, and the discipline to defend without fouling. Kuminga has all those requirements listed. The kid's a special talent. Outside of Wiggins, I don't think there's too many better options in the league to put on Luka, other than Joku. Look, watch Kuminga on his possession. His lateral quickness for a dude his size at 6'8" is insane. Jaden Hardy, who was having himself a game, tried to take JK off the dribble, but Kuminga stayed with him and gave him a textbook contest without fouling, forcing Hardy into a no-chance shot. I feel like we're at a point where we're saying this every other game by now. But this is one of Kuminga's best games of the season.
Going against a guy like Luka. I mean, it's a great challenge. Coming here every day, he's trying to make everything difficult for him because, you know, he's one of the best players in this league. Every night he come in and drop 40. I mean, you just got to make him work for that 40. Make him tired most of the time and just keep doing what I need to do, like locking him up and just playing hard, that's it.
Alright, let's take a look at Kuminga's post-All-Star break numbers. In 13 games since the All-Star break, Kuminga's averaging 14.7 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.2 assists on 56, 44, 74 shooting splits. Not bad. For reference, the only other players averaging these numbers or better since the All-Star break is Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and Giannis. That's some pretty impressive company. Yeah, I know, 13 games, I understand, it's not the biggest sample size, but 300 plus minutes is a decent chunk of playing time to point out trends. With that being said, the thing that sticks out to me most when I look at these numbers is the efficiency. He's doing a great job scoring within the offense, taking smart shots, and when put in position where he has to make something happen, he's responded. I feel like me saying this is a common theme, but it's true. With GP2 and Wiggins still out, and Iggy and Lamb in and out of rotation, either due to contractual reasons or health, Kuminga's done an amazing job stepping up and filling that void on the wing. Speaking of post-All-Star break numbers, just for fun, let's compare Kuminga's post-All-Star break numbers to someone he was rumored to be linked to in a potential Raptors-Warriors trade deadline deal. OG Anunoby. Let's see. Post-All-Star break, OG's averaging 15.7 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 1.8 steals on 52, 43, 92 shooting splits in 35 minutes a game. Compare that to Kuminga's 14.7, 4.5, and 2 assists on 56, 44, 74. Pretty comparable numbers. Now, while I'm not suggesting Kuminga's a better player right now than OG, I'm just simply the messenger pointing out Kuminga's production has been comparable to the player that a lot of Warrior fans wanted him traded for. Looking back at the rumored trade demand from Masai, he was asking for Kuminga, plus Moody, plus like 4 first-round picks. Supposedly. Man, I don't know what the hell Masai was smoking that day, but it was no chance he was finessing Bob Myers out of Kuminga. I think it's safe to say the Warriors dodged a bullet not making that panic trade, giving up all that for OG, when Kuminga just might be better than OG sooner rather than later. Just saying. Something else I'm impressed by is Kuminga's growth into a complementary player. One of the hardest things for a young player to do is get drafted to a title contender and expected to learn how to be a role player on the fly while facing the pressures of title or bust expectations. Coming into the league, Kuminga was usually one of the more talented players on all his teams, so he was used to being a featured player in the offense. Getting to the NBA, the Warriors is his first time playing for a team where he's nowhere close to being the best player on the team. He essentially had to learn how to be a role player on the fly, on top of having to learn the Warriors' difficult motion offense. That's not easy for young players. It's good seeing Kuminga, who's not even 21 yet, pick up the offense better than Oubre ever did. Kuminga had to figure out how to adjust his game from a primary ball handler to playing off ball more than ever, while still finding ways to affect winning. It's not easy. Alright, let's get into the specifics of Kuminga's game. First, I want to touch on his cutting. His effectiveness as a cutter is much improved from his rookie season. Now he's cutting with more of a purpose. He has a better understanding of timing and when to cut based off the flow of the offense. That gives him the opportunity to take advantage and catch his defenders sleeping for a back cut. Kuminga's been screening for shooters with more regularity. He's starting to build some semblance of a two-man game with Steph and Klay on dribble handoffs now. His execution is way better in year 2. Defensively, we already know what's up. The dude's a menace in point of attack defense. He has the prototypical size, length, and athleticism on the wing to match up with damn near anyone in the league comfortably, 1 through 3. He obviously takes a lot of pride in locking up the opposing team's star player, which is something you want to see in a young player with lottery talent. He takes it personal when a player scores on him. He still has a ways to go as a help defender, but I've even seen improvement in that area too. He's still a young player prone to mental mistakes, but that's expected. For the most part, Kuminga's one of the best up-and-coming perimeter defenders in the league, probably the best in his draft class. Herb Jones has a case. He's a better team defender while Kuminga's a better point of attack. But if I needed to stop and I could only pick one, I'd take Kuminga in a heartbeat over Herb though. His bigger frame and superior strength allows him to match up physically with bigger wings in the league and not get overpowered. We just saw with Luka, if you don't have the necessary size and strength to deal with him, he's going to bully you to his spots and rise up over you. Herb Jones can hold his own for the most part in most matchups, but he's a pretty skinny dude. There's some matchups that Kuminga could take that I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable putting Herb on. But hey, that's just one man's opinion, man. I love the physicality Kuminga plays with, not only defensively, but offensively as well. He ain't afraid to lower that shoulder and cave a defender's chest in to get to the rim. The Warriors' offense desperately lacks a consistent paint presence, someone who can get to the rim and finish through contact and draw fouls. The Warriors really haven't had a foul merchant since Corey Maggette. I can see Kuminga being able to add that nuance to his game over time as he improves. If and when he does, the Warriors are going to be hard to stop. Imagine those games where the Warriors are jacking up threes. Just having someone who can get to the rim and either finish with authority or draw free throws will be a game changer. Another aspect of Kuminga's progression that I'm excited about is his mid-range game. Kuminga looks really comfortable operating that part of the court. His mid-range pull-up is fluid mechanics-wise. You can tell it's a shot he works on tirelessly in practice, and it shows in the numbers. While not an insane sample size, Kuminga's shooting 53% from 3 to 10 feet and 46% from 10 to 16. Those are pretty solid percentages. You can see how comfortable he is getting to that shot. Whether it be a pull-up or a fadeaway out of the post, it's a shot I have no problem with JK taking. Shoot, sometimes I feel like they should go to him more. In his rookie season, Kuminga shot 33% from 3. This season, he's up to 36% on 2 attempts a game. That's right around league average, but his 3-point shooting is trending in the right direction. He's shooting 44% since the All-Star break. Even though he's shooting at a decent clip, teams are still going to sag off and dare him to shoot. Lakers and Grizzlies, for example. Both teams sagged off with mixed results. Against the Lakers, Kuminga couldn't make them pay and ended up getting benched due to spacing issues. While against the Grizzlies, he went 4-7 and was able to stay on the court. Teams daring him to shoot is going to be the new game plan in the playoffs. That's what it's going to come down to. JK's got to be ready to take the shot with confidence. If he's unable to make teams pay from 3, it's going to be hard finding different lineup combinations that work spacing-wise. You can only play so many non-spacers when you have Looney and Draymond on the court, so it's vital that Kuminga can knock those shots down. And at 36%, he's doing a great job so far, and he's only going to improve from here. Kuminga has the archetype of a dominant two-way wing. He has the athleticism, the size, the length, the talent, and the upside to be one of the top two-way wings in the league one day. Kuminga most definitely got some all-star appearances in his future. It might take him a few years for him to get there, but I promise you it's coming. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all. If you stuck around this long into the video, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed the content, like, comment, subscribe. I got more on the way, so stay tuned.